Hello and welcome to our season review video here. I'm Tori Petry alongside Twentyman and Mike O'Hara. We've been going through the different phases of the Lions team in 2019. We've gone through offense, defense, and today we are talking about special teams. Guys, the Lions made some changes on special teams after the season ended. Matt Patricia released a statement saying he had parted ways with a few different coaches on staff. One of those was special teams coordinator John Bonamego, who had been here previously under the coaching staff prior to this one, spent some time away and then came back this last season. But the Lions were inconsistent on special teams, and they made some changes because of it.
Well, they're also inconsistent in coordinators, too, because this will be the fourth special teams coordinator in 3 years, not 4 in 4 years, but 4 in 3 years, with Joe Marciano, Casey Fitzsimmons after Joe was let go, John, and then now whoever does the job. Look, I think you're inheriting 4 really good specialists. Good punter in Sam Martin, if he's back. Terrific. The best long-distance kicker I've ever seen in my years covering the foot, and Matt Prater, Don Muehlbach, death taxes in Muehlbach, and a good return man in Jamal Agnew. So build from there, but I think those 4 are terrific. If you get a punter as good as Sam or it's Sam, you're set with those 4.
Well, I think you got a couple of guys that can cover as well.
Sure.
I think Miles Killebrew has been a core special teamer here for a couple of years. He finished second in the NFL with 15 special teams tackles. Jalen Reeves-Maben, I'd put up there too as a good cover guy. But you talked about the inconsistencies, and that was that. And I think penalties were probably the biggest thing, especially early on, that just killed special teams. It seemed every punt return or every punt, every kickoff return, there was some kind of block in the back. There was some kind of penalty that just put them in terrible situations down and distance-wise. And it was really inconsistent. And then you go over to the Washington game, your defense doesn't allow a touchdown, and you lose the game because you allow a 91-yard kickoff return
On a fumble.
Yeah. You know, so it was just some of those inconsistencies that really just cost them all year.
Well, you have those inconsistencies, those bad plays, but you also had some really good ones with Jamal Agnew and the returns that he had. So when we say inconsistencies, we really mean every aspect of that, from the tough plays to some really good ones as well.
Yeah, I thought it was good for Jamal to kind of bounce back. I think he returned to that kind of all-pro level we saw when he was a rookie. He returned a punt for a touchdown, returned a kickoff for a touchdown this year. Was really good in that regard. And like Mike talked about with Prater, I think he's second now all-time past Jason Hansen in Week 17 in terms of 50-yard field goals. And he kicked that 56-yarder. That would have been good from 65, I think. I mean, he's just that good. It just sounds different when he kicks it, doesn't it? It makes a different noise. It's like a poof, like he's damaging the football when he kicks it. But yeah, he's good. And I thought Sam bounced back a little bit. He didn't reach the levels that we saw early in his career. But both his net punting average and his punting average were better than they were last year. And so he's a free agent, so they have to decide what to do there. But I agree with Mike. You've got some good pieces on special teams that you can build on.
And he's a good holder, too. Don't forget that, too.
Very good.
I think there's a real trust level there with him and Prater and Mules. I mean, I don't know exactly how much they have to, the way the special teams has changed in the last 2 or 3 years. It's more of a speed game. You don't see the defensive tackles in the wedge anymore. Running backs or the return men following them. It's a completely speed game, and how they add to it, what they don't add to it, I don't know. But consistency, like you guys have said, and eliminate the penalties. I mean, God, they were wearing out the officials running back, picking up their flags. Officials were calling timeout to catch their breath. You just can't have that. You can't have like a 50-yard change in field position because somebody had a flag.
Well, the Lions have a good base on special teams. We'll see what happens and how they develop in that area throughout the offseason. That does it for our special teams season review. Stick with us because we still have the rookies to look at. From Xfinity Studio, I'm Tori Petry.